Let's stay with Earnings Corner. LK Gupta, the Managing Director and CEO of Essar Oil, now joining us to discuss the company's third quarter performance. Essar Oil had posted a net of about 52 crore rupees. Compare that to a loss of 71 crore rupees we had seen in Q2. Net sales were down about 2.5% to come in at 25,089 crore rupees. Thanks a lot, Mr. Gupta, for joining us here at CNBC TV 18. First thing I want to ask you is, let's discuss that net profit figure. It's come above street estimates. What went right with the company in the quarter?
Mahindra, this third quarter results have been very good for us on so many fronts. First of all, our refinery produced excellent results in the sense that we have used 98% of heavy and ultra heavy crudes. We have still produced 84% of light and middle distillates. Our average HPI which we use for the crude in this quarter was less than 25 for the first time. All this has led to premium on the IA benchmark margins of $9.33 in this quarter. Our refinery margins for this quarter was $7.93, although it was lower than the last corresponding quarter, and that was mainly because the IA benchmark margin itself has collapsed virtually by $2.16. So in that light, our performance in this quarter is very, very satisfying, and we look forward that with this sort of performance.
Mr. Gupta, you're saying you're satisfied with the quarter that's gone by, but I want to get, sorry to interrupt you, I want to get a quick word in as far as your gross refining margins go. I understand that you'll be very happy with the top line and the bottom line. Are you disappointed with the gross refining margin, because that has narrowed from $9 odd to about $7?
And as I just mentioned, what we are very happy about is that our premium over the IA benchmark margin has gone up almost at $9.33. While you are right that the absolute terms, the GRM is 7.93 versus 9.75. And let us understand, this is all because that the IA benchmark margins have come down by roughly about $2.16. So yes, in general, the market was not so good, but we have been able to maintain our superiority to the IA margins.
Now, one of the overhangs on the stock, of course, has to do with that sales tax issue, the order that had been passed by the Gujarat High Court. The last update we had was in the month of November 2013, when the Supreme Court had rejected your plea for delaying the timeline as far as that sales tax payment goes. Can you update us on this?
No, Nandara, you are aware that Supreme Court has given us 8 installments, and 5 of them we have already paid, and only 3 are remaining, and by October 2014 those remaining 3 also are going to be paid. So as far as we are concerned, now sales tax issue is behind us.
So how much is left that has to be paid?
We have now 3 installments, and each installment is roughly about 645 crores.
Now, you had successfully exited the CDR as well. After that, I understand the company wanted to, bring down the cost of its domestic debt. You were looking at converting some of that into dollar loans as well. Where do things stand at the moment?
By end of this quarter, we have converted roughly about $900 million to rupee loans to dollar borrowings. And as we have been sharing that we have the approval of Reserve Bank of India up to $2.27 billion. We are in touch with various domestic institutions and foreign institutions. Post CDR, there has been a lot of progress, and going forward, we expect that this $2.5 billion of dollarization program we should be able to execute in quarters to come.
Mr. Gupta, now let's move away from your financial results and talk a little bit about your business plans. Are you looking at perhaps, expanding your retail business? We have been seeing petrol prices pretty much behaving in a deregulated manner. We're seeing monthly diesel price hikes. So is a company like Essar Oil now looking at retailing fuel?
The deregulation of petrol and diesel has been now very much a reality. As you see, petrol for last almost 15 months we are completely on market driven prices. Diesel 50 paisa per month for almost 14 months now, continuously happening. We are now definitely reconsidering our retail plan. We have model of owned franchisee operated. We are now rethinking in terms of remodeling our strategy to more towards company owned, company operated, company owned, dealer operated. Our strategy going forward is that we concentrate not only on diesel but also concentrate on increasing the petrol sale, because petrol demand is continuously growing in India by almost 8 to 9%, and our focus now will be more towards capitalizing on this demand, and definitely we are going to expand our retail network in time to come.
So you will expand your retail network, but can you give us an idea when you're looking to do this expansion? And also, since you want to move from franchise to company-owned dealerships, have you started identifying sites? What has been the progress made so far?
Yes, we have already started working on our retail plans, and about 3 to 4 months back we had given an advertisement in the newspapers where a lot of people have come forward and contacted us. Our teams are working on it, and we definitely look forward to expanding our retail network and more towards, as I just shared with you, our focus now is going to be more towards city-owned outlets, city outlet, more towards outlets which are petrol dispensing. Of course, not losing the sight that ultimately the volumes are going to come from diesel only, and therefore the retail outlets have to also be towards diesel.
My final question, Mr. Gupta, before I let you go. 1st April 2014, the new gas price formula will come into effect. What does this mean for Essar Oil? Are you looking to increase your gas business as well?
No, as you are aware, we have a CBM business where we are going to produce CBM, which will be mainly directed towards primarily for a gas-based fertilizer plant. And as we understand that the issue of gas pricing is now resolved, and for our gas business we are going to get the prices based on the revised guidelines. You know very well that we are developing presently Raniganj block, and we also have few other blocks where we are in the various exploration and development stage, which will also come in focus. But I really agree with you and share your feeling that once this revised price guidelines have come, the gas business in India is going to really expand.
Thanks, Mr. Gupta, for joining us at CNBC TV 18. Always good to have you on the channel. That's Essar Oil posting a good set of quarterly numbers. This got his thumbs up from the street as well. That stock was up by about 1.7% in trade. Unfortunately, we're completely out of time, so we're going to wrap up this edition of After the Bell. Thanks for watching.